going. This how we coming on anybody.
DJ Kid,
Big Cream. So we roll with the bitch, but I'm 20 on the shit. Big Cream, he the shit, 11 rounds in his skin. My nigga got the hair, I need put more on the stove, bang it up, what's on hold? Let's drop it to the floor, goddamn, here we go. When I'm in the pussy, sound like stress, I'm a joke. She choking on the floor, her my bitch, she deep over. I hit her with the stroke, that's a leg, then I go. I'm thinking in the favors, wanna show you that I'm famous. Strong kush, I'm blazing, bustin' juice out of my savings. Free that nigga mile, and free that nigga little. We showing out the good, we watch on my Mrs. Philly. Bodies got me so brain in here like we as focus. I'm supposed to be worldwide, why the fuck I'm still local? Motherfucking we gon' grind, nigga, say what's on your mind. I can't wait to shatter, be in the truck, pump in the line. Kicking shit with convenience, big cream on the road with riches. Big tape, got the drink, Danny P bring the bitches. We get this shit out the mud, nigga know what it was. I'm high as fuck, I'm leaning, sipping, pass me the good. Shout out for Phil, man, that shit turn me up. Pain man, nigga, guess what? I don't give a fuck. I'm the man, so what? Crime out, look over court. Nigga want some recognition if it's up in the store. I might buy me a peg, play the shit in the leg. Tryna go against the cream, boy, that shit that trade. Make it play like this. Big bitch with the gas, she doing all type of tricks. In that bed, she nasty. I'm wrong with the bitch, $120 shit. $120 shit. I'm wrong with the bitch, $120 shit. $120 shit. I'm wrong with the bitch, $120 shit. $120 shit. I'm wrong with the bitch, $120 shit. $120 shit. Big hundred.
Big Cream, yeah, what's up, man? We back once again, the Village Podcast. You rock with the hottest DJ in the Delta, DJ Donny P, man. I got my co-host with me.
Big Tay, the influencer. We in the building tonight. Tune in.
Tune in, man. Look here. We back with our special guest again, man. They the second time, part two, man. Look, y'all let them know who y'all are.
Well, you know, this Santa Claus, man, this is Golden Path. Y'all know how we coming, man. Clausville, Mississippi, Fries Point, the whole Palmer County. You know, we just live and direct tonight.
For sure.
Okay, man. Michael Stone, we represent the Golden Path. Everybody know me as Mike, man. You know what I'm saying? From Mississippi to Minnesota, California, Connecticut, and everything in between.
Trying to tell you, man. Look, we back again, man. We had to get them back on here, man. It was a you know, everybody was loving it. Everybody was loving it, man.
Hey, man, we give the fans what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Hey, so, we had to do it again.
For sure, man. Look, tonight, you know what I'm saying? Last time y'all was on, we got a little bit into y'all and what y'all had going on, this and that. But tonight we finna have a little fun. You know what I'm saying? We finna do some little, have some little questions, have little debates going on. See what your mind is on certain topics. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's how we finna do it tonight. But before then, man, how y'all been doing?
Man, well, listen, it's been a rough day for me, man.
He hurt.
You know, Steelers got blowed out.
Ooh,
well,
he hurt.
We got blowed out. You know what I'm saying?
That's usually what happened.
That's
That's usually how that goes.
Listen, we didn't percentage. I'm talking about we top 3 in the last 30 years. You talking about losing season we had in one hand.
Yeah, the Titans, you know what I mean? We lost.
Yeah, you hurt too.
We were both over there suffering together.
Y'all sad together.
We learning the new offense. It's gonna work itself out.
Right.
Tighten up, man.
What about you, Tay?
Baltimore won today, you know. So, I've been doing pretty good. You know
You know, Ravens won today too.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
So we just got two losers.
Yeah, we got two losers tonight. We got two losers tonight.
That's what's up. Y'all got that right.
Mike already put. If you ain't seen the live, go watch it. He talked about everybody. He talked about my Baltimore Ravens.
No, I talked specifically about the Cowgirls. And hold up, I specified this ain't got nothing to do with nobody except WAP and Loki. If you a Cowboy fan, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Stay out my business. Don't tag me. I don't want to hear it. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And I talked about them Ravens. I love my sister to death, but she done been brainwashed. Man, they brainwashing my niece, man. They got my niece running around Baltimore raisin stuff.
Oh, not the Ravens.
The raisin.
The Baltimore Ravens.
Rotten.
We're going to see who's going to take the division. Kings of the North over here on this side.
Hey.
Yeah, negative on that ball. Negative on that. Yeah,
Man.
what's good?
Man, everything good, man. Good to see y'all boys again, man. Everything good. You got anything for them right quick?
We jumped in. I don't want to jump into that topic right off the bat. Okay, well, we can jump into. Let's talk about how do y'all feel the system has failed young black men as a whole?
I mean, you want to go over?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm just not gonna necessarily say the system. I can only speak about where I'm from. You know what I mean? Like talking about it. And you can use that, you know, in different places, you know, where they can take different pieces from that. But like where I'm from, you know, the unemployment rate is high.
No different.
But the thing is, like Golden Path, what we coming with now is we setting up programs where, you know, we'll be able to have people out doing pro bono work, helping brothers learn how to do applications and, you know, help them learn how to set up emails and things like this. We got this coming in the 1st of October. So y'all be on the lookout for that. You know, we got up and coming programs where we'll be reaching out to the youth, teaching them about certain things. You know, they got it in certain places, but they just really don't apply like they should.
Okay.
You know, and my main thing is, you know, just a lot of things that's around them, you know, that's just out of whack. You know, a lot of brothers don't even know nothing about insurance, you know, personal insurance, you know, medical insurance, stuff like that. You know, and when they go over to these places, you know, like the emergency room and things, they be charged, you know, and it goes and applies toward their credit, and that hurts them, you know, when they try to go get cars and things like that. So we just gonna try to, you know, educate them a little bit more on just the simple things in life. You know,
A little taste of financial literacy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, we're just trying to, you know, tighten them up in places where, you know, they think today, like a lot of the young people, they thinking like, I ain't gonna need this to lay on down the road.
Right.
But they don't understand.
It don't gonna come quicker than you think.
All kind of tragedy. Hey, but before I go on, man, I want to give a shout out, man, to the Butler family. You know, it was a tragic loss last night. You know,
Okay.
a dear friend of mine and the neighborhood. You know, Coco, man, we love you, girl. We praying for your family.
For sure.
You know, and that was devastating. And it was devastating for the city, man. So, you know, everybody just, you know, a moment of silence for Coco, man, and the family, man. You know, let's just come together and show them as a community, man, that we love them, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all right. But
sure.
yeah, that's where I'm at with that. You know, I mean, I can go on, but I know bro got a few thoughts he want to finish up. You know what I'm saying? But that's most of where I was at with what we trying to reach out with the youth today on the things we got coming up and coming next month. You know what I'm saying, for the youth on things with Golden Pass. So you know, it's gonna be all right.
Okay.
All right. Well. Listen. Okay. That's a real good question because there's a number of ways in which you can come.
You come with it. Yeah, most definitely.
Come at that, right?
It's a broad topic.
All right. Bro said that he was gonna stick, you know what I'm saying, to the local, the area, you know what I'm saying, in which we pretty much living in. But okay, he also went into some of the things that we want to try to do to combat it. You know what I'm saying? Some of the downfalls, the failures, you know what I'm saying, of, in particular, black men in our community. But some of the programs are not simply for black men, but you know what I'm saying, you know, due to the question, that's what he kind of stuck to. But see now, my experience is a little different. You know what I'm saying? I could get into the local, but I think that the premise, you know what I'm saying, the premise of the question is kind of off. And this is the reason why I say that, because you asked that in what ways do I think you know what I'm saying, that the system, you know what I'm saying, has failed the black man, right? Okay. The question would kind of give you the illusion, you know what I'm saying, that some of this that has happened to us and kind of been a mistake, right? And I'm not going to say that some of it wasn't. Okay, but what I believe, and again, I can only speak for me, that a lot of the difficulties that we face, you know, as a community and as men that's coming from this community, is not by coincidence, it's by design.
Okay.
It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that we feel we only make up 13% of the population. That's as black people, period. But we make up about 45% of the prison population in the United States. Do you think that's a coincidence?
No.
Do you think we just inherently, like, I wasn't born with a crack sack and a gun, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? When I came out the womb. You know what I'm saying? When we started to talk about the economics, you know what I'm saying, of it, right? I don't think that it's a coincidence that we are always at the top of the national unemployment rate, right? I don't think that it's a coincidence that when it comes to black men in particular going to get loans from banks that, you know, we are denied, you know what I'm saying, at the rate that we are. I don't think that it's a coincidence that when you start talking about diabetes and high blood pressure and when the medical field, we always at the bottom of the totem pole. You understand? Okay, now somebody that was a lot smarter than me, named Neely Fuller Jr., he wrote this book. And it's got a pretty long title, but you can easily find it by Googling his name, and it begins like the compensatory code. And he identified like 9 areas of human activity that he basically said that we as a people, you know what I'm saying, us and the woman combined, were kind of being attacked in. And if you notice, if you ever get the privilege, you know what I'm saying, to look this up, you will see that, I mean, we kind of at the bottom of the totem pole in every area. That's not by coincidence. That's by design. You understand? So I think the system is working perfectly. I think the system is working exactly the way it's supposed to.
The way it was designed.
You understand? I think it's working perfectly. Okay, now let me say this. That doesn't mean, and I want to make sure I highlight this, that doesn't mean that every individual that works on behalf of the government or that's a politician or so on and so forth has an evil intent, you know what I'm saying, toward us. Because I bear witness to the fact that there are some good people, you know what I'm saying, right? Okay, but I would be naive, you understand, to think that everybody that's pulling the strings got our best interests at heart. And I'm going to leave that at that.
Donny, how you feel about it?
I feel like a lot of stuff that goes on with us is self-inflicted, to be honest. We have the knowledge and the power to make right and wrong choices out here.
Indeed.
You feel me? Now, once you make those right and wrong choices, yeah, I can say that parts of the system, you know what I'm saying, will control your outcome on that, but it all starts with you. You know what I'm saying? It all starts with you. Once you make, you got to keep yourself away from that system.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Keep your distance from that system, and you don't have to worry about the system failing you.
Okay, pardon, let me ask you this. How can you separate yourself from the system when every activity that you involve yourself in is participating in the system? You understand? Okay, what I mean by that. And it begins at birth. Again, somebody a lot smarter than me, you know what I'm saying, Minister Farrakhan said that he who sets the diameter of one's knowledge also circumscribes the circumference of their actions.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, if I teach you, your actions are going to only be based or centered around what I taught you.
Yeah, your teachings.
You understand? Okay, so what I'm saying is this right here. We don't own the school. We don't write the curriculum for what's being taught in the school. Matter of fact, most of us, we take our kids, we buy them new clothes, we pack them up and shoot them to the school like it's the daycare, right? Okay, but you're not really taking the time to go see how your kids being treated.
But in turn,
what your kids being taught.
In turn, it is still self-inflicted because
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Regardless, self-inflicted is I mean that as a people, not just an individual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we can teach each other, we choose not to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We choose not to teach each other, but off whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? We just choose not, and that's a self-inflicted wound that we keep ripping open and blaming it on the system.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can always step away from the system. We can step away from the system and teach ourselves how to do this and that.
I kind of agree a little bit with you because this is my thing. In some form, I look at it that sometimes, well, a lot of the times, we'll use that as an excuse. And I'm saying we because, you know, us as a race, you know what I'm saying, and where we come from and things like that. But it's a lot of opportunities out there today. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
that
today.
You can build off. You can become, you know, who you need to be. It's just about how you applying it, you know. I mean, we know a lot of smart people. We know a lot of people that's educated in certain forms, but, you know, like you said, going off the teaching thing, you know, they just want to be stuck to that one thing instead of opening up their, you know what I'm saying, their minds and seeking a little bit more deeper than where it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. But now, you got some people out here that really just won't try. And like we was talking in the previous podcast about, you know, what we was talking about where people was. What I'm getting at is like people use certain things as an excuse. They don't want to try. They just give up. You know what I'm saying, on certain things, and they just be content. You know, I had this issue one time with this person. I'm not gonna speak their name, but it's like our mindsets was on different page. You know what I mean? And my mindset was like, because I was a little bit more educated on what I'm seeing today. You know what I'm saying? Far as through the media and certain things, and I really research things and really try to break it down to the simplest form. So I wanted to strive for a little more, you know. But this person was content with we having 2 good jobs, we living halfway decent, you know what I'm saying? And my mindset, I'm like, I'm not content because I'm not in a place where I feel like we should be, or I should be, or you should be, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the mentality of people, the will to want to go and strive for better, you know, to stand up and, you know what I'm saying, live a lot better, you know what I'm saying, a lot wiser in life and what we're teaching our kids and things like that. A lot of people just be content, and then they'll use the system as an excuse to why they want to stay content, you know what I'm saying?
crutch.
So, you know, so that's what most of the time it be like that, you know, when it comes to certain people out here, you know, because I know they exist.
Right. You know, hold on. I got one thing I want to add to that before you ask the next question. Okay. Basically, what you talking about, Donny P, is having the ability for self-determination. There are opportunities out there.
Exactly.
And I'm going to say this. But the only flip side to what I'm hearing, see, he asked a question about black men. That's a collective, right? You spoke in the sense of Donny P as the individual. You understand? Okay, now, understand this. And I think this is probably the best analogy that somebody ever gave me. You know what I'm saying? Right? Okay, our problem is we come in and try to attack these issues as individuals. You know what I'm saying? And not as a group. You understand what I'm saying? Because, let me say this, because for real, everybody else is playing group politics, group economic, group everything. You understand what I'm saying? Except us.
But what you're saying is exactly what I'm speaking, what I was speaking on. I was coming at us as a people coming together and stepping away from the system and teaching ourselves, teaching our people how to do this, how to go get along. You know what I'm saying? Teaching our people how to farm, how to grow crops and different things like that, instead of following what the system wants us to do.
Okay, but one last thing, because if you're gonna teach them how to go get a loan, who they gotta go get the loan from?
There's black banks out here.
Yeah, but it ain't many. You know what I'm saying? Not many at all. I'm gonna tell you something. Put it to you like this. Okay. In Clarksdale, I want to say we only have 2 corner stores that's owned by black people. We talking about in a city that's has a 83% black population. You only got 3 corner stores, right? Everybody else got the stove. Either the Asian people from China or Korea or coming out of Yemen, you know what I'm saying, right? Or Saudi Arabia. Everybody else got the stove except you. Okay, now watch this. I know they practice group politics. I mean, group economics. But now check this out. Watch this. Okay, me, if I want a bag of chips, and I say, well, I'm going to go get me a bag of chips. If I'm uneducated, I ain't to what group politics is, I'm just going to go to the nearest store. Oh,
Extra. No.
yeah, I'm going to go to the nearest store. Okay, but the nearest store ain't owned by nobody that look like me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Okay, now, most of us who hadn't been educated about this, they gonna make that move. Me, you understand what I'm saying? All right, I'm coming under the act of this. Well, I know that the Black and Miles that they sell at that particular store is the same one Bruss sell over there. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make the conscious decision to go over there, to go spend my money. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Keeping the dollar circulating in the black community.
Absolutely. Okay. Because I'm not thinking as an individual. Even though I know, man, I'm not looking for that man to do me no favors. I'm not looking for him to give me nothing for free. He running a business. You see what I'm saying, right? Okay, but I'm trying to support him to help him better his situation. I'm still responsible for my own action. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking him to give me nothing. You see what I'm saying? You know, but I think that ultimately at the end of the day, we could change our reality. We could change our reality overnight. You know what I'm saying? We can change our reality overnight. Okay, but the problem with that is most of us have been educated by the same people that's exploiting you. That's why you don't even think about that. You see what I'm saying? He who sets the diameter of your knowledge also circumscribes the circumference of your actions. That's why the thought never even crossed your mind, because he didn't teach you that. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay.
I fuck with it.
I fuck with all of it.
Yeah. There was some, that was good answers from everybody, I believe.
Point of view.
You know what I'm saying? You can take something from all of them.
This how we
You know what I'm saying? You can take something from all of them.
You know what I'm saying? No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? I like that, man. Did you have some music?
Oh yeah, I got a song.
Let's hop into a song, and then we're gonna hop into the next topic. Don't go nowhere now. We finna get it back right now.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I'm gonna do a song from Stendo Black, Parkway Surfing.
Stendo Black, Parkway Surfing. Let's check that out.
I swear, thinking about hard to see you walk away, but I'm trying to get my peace. Honest, like girl, I've been calm, pumping pressure out my lung. Pussy pressure, you can walk, I gotta mess with my fun. Stand up black, they on the gun, stand up black, they on the run. Palm trees, gooey, girl, I had to see that. Only keep rooms on me, I gotta beat it. All life, shit, my whole life, I had to lead it. All the secrets in the line, they gotta die, I gotta see it. You don't need to text me all the lines, I don't read that. Thinking about the ways I help you grow, I get a seed back. Now I look like pressure, got you thugging all your rejects. I ain't gonna lie, the way I feel right now, I need that respect. I ain't gonna lie about that blue check, but I've been running up a blue check. Ask you, do you feel the food yet? Cause you been fucking with the cold. You got some all on your shoulder. All the nights that I can't hold you. I've always been this way, I'm so broke on when the toes saying nobody don't just kiss me, whipping in the kitchen. When I drop, bitch, I make hits in the drop, I gotta win it. I just cop a switch for all this switching. Rich, dreaming CEO, that's my position. Niggas always hang self, I don't do no lynching. Bad rats, niggas, I don't do no pinch. Niggas, shitty, this shit sink. Put that pussy in the slap, let's give this shit a twist and that shit hit. Sideway surfing. On the east side, I've been hurting. Don't come out front for the pain. I just wanna fall from the rain. Till the bitch open your mouth, open your drain. I'm just looking for the hell on the brain. I'm just looking for your head on your top. Feeling special, I just catch that on the block. All my spoon ain't silver, more like plastic. I'm trying to get a nigga stretch like elastic. When I get low, I pour a four, feeling fantastic. They don't see me with the rocket, I just wanna blast it. And keep
Okay, that was Stendo Black. With what it was,
Parkway, sir.
Parkway Surfing. How y'all feel about that one? Be honest now, tell me the truth.
Where you from?
He from Memphis. Well, he from Tunica.
He from
Tunica, but he stay in Memphis. So he reside in Memphis right now.
Okay.
He was on the. If y'all didn't tune in last week, he was on the podcast last week. So I'm just showing him a little love from last week.
Yeah, do your thing, little bro. We see you. We see you, little bro. Do your thing.
What you think about it?
Well, you know me. You know my mentality on any young brother trying to strive for success, man. I'm behind you 1,000%.
Right.
You know, it don't sound bad. You know, I mean, matter of fact, it sounds pretty good. You know, compared to a lot of the stuff that we hear.
Yeah, most
you know, because you got guys that's millionaires now that I wouldn't even play their music.
Calm down, trash.
I'm not talking down. I'm just saying. I mean, you can do better. You know, but yeah, shout out to that little brother, man. You know, do your thing, man. We support you.
Okay, shout out to Stendo Black, man. Shout out to
Stendo Black. You got a question? You
Okay.
Don't leave all the questions on me.
Yeah, okay. Well, mine kind of like I say almost like a 3-part question.
Okay.
Because it all gonna go in together. First off, I want to know y'all stance on abortions.
You just put us in the
I want to go
trick
first.
bag.
I want to go first.
Okay, what do you?
Okay.
Put us in the trick bag.
With abortions, I feel like it's the woman's decision. It's her body. She got to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if the daddy leaves, she got to take care of that child.
So basically, what you're saying is the woman has the option to if she want the baby or not.
I feel like it should be on the woman, but I also feel if you got a real man standing right there that wants the child, you know what I'm saying, you should give him the opportunity to have at least a say so.
I'm gonna piggyback off that and we ain't gotta go full fledged with all the questions. I'm gonna piggyback off that.
You ain't gotta have just give him a little say so, or let him curb your decision.
Now, with that being said,
I'm pro-choice. Let me say that.
yeah, okay,
I'm pro-choice. I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm
pro-choice, but yeah, for sure. Now listen, with that, now the woman end up pregnant and she decides she want to have abortion, she can go do that, correct? No problem. What if the man tell her he don't want the baby? Should she get rid of it or should she keep it?
My thing is this right here. There's ways to go around it. The system. A man can sign over all his legal, physical rights, so he won't have anything to do with that child. He can sign that over, but you gotta do it at birth, because if you wait too late, child support come and get you.
Tear your ass up.
They gonna come and get you. And then if you don't show up in court, it automatically yours. You know what I'm saying? It's yours.
So you feel, how y'all feel about that? Okay, if a man tells this woman when he find out she pregnant, I don't want this baby, do you feel like he should be obligated to pay for that baby, to take care of that baby, or she should just let him go free?
Well, listen, let me say this. First and foremost,
You can go for it.
depending on the circumstances, right, I'm against abortion. I'm against it. And the reason being is because I believe that life precious, man. You know what I'm saying? And some of that kind of ties into my spirituality. Like, you don't know who you killing.
Yeah,
You know
for sure.
what I'm saying? Also, on a bigger scale, we back to the black thing. What's the number one killer of African Americans here in this continental U.S.?
Shit.
African American? I don't know. I'm just throwing the outside.
Yes, sir.
African American?
The birth.
Hold on. It ain't black on black crime. It ain't diabetes. It ain't high blood pressure. It's abortion. We kill over 100,000 of our babies every year. We've been stuck at about a 12 to 13% population ratio for like the last 25 years.
That boy just learned me something.
You killing all your babies.
He learned me something.
All right, now, if you don't believe me, man, do your homework. You know what I'm saying?
He learned
These are fine. All right, now, specifically about your question, I feel like this right here. Because, hey man, we got a lot of women that's being promiscuous. A lot of guys being promiscuous too, but women being promiscuous, okay? You got the sneaky link thing going on. It's like a trend, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and if you and Lil Mama decide to link up and do what you do, and unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, you know, she get pregnant. Now, it's a lot of options on the table. Everything from plan B to the day after to a condom, you know what I'm saying? You know, all of the above as well. That don't have to take place. But let's just say this right here, right? Hey, there was some sneaky link stuff you had going on. You know what I'm saying, right? Your main girl is where you stay. You know what I'm saying? And you wasn't trying to, you wasn't trying to be tied down. And like, even if you didn't have a man girl, you just saying, hey, look, Mama, you ain't somebody that I want to be with.
Yeah, you just somebody I just
right?
want
You
to
ain't
smack.
somebody I want to be with. All right, if you saying that I don't want that child, right? The way the law is set up, even regardless whether you talking about you want the baby or not, if she decides, the choice is all on her. If she decides she want to have that child, she can still put you on child support. You understand? But she can say, I don't want the child, and regardless of what you talking about, and kill it.
And that's what I'm saying. How you feel about the double standard of this?
I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong because hold on. You knew you was a side chick. You knew you was a sneaky link. You understand? Okay, you had the baby. The reason why you had the baby because you felt right. And again, I'm speaking in general. You know what I'm saying? And I know this don't apply to everybody. But the thing about it is, in a lot of these instances, you had the baby because you thought you was gonna be able to use the baby to pull him in.
Some type of game.
You understand what I'm saying, right? Okay, well, maybe if I had this baby, I know for the next 18 years, he got to see me. You feel me? Okay, and then when it don't work out like you planned, the man all kind of deadbeats and so on and so forth, but he told
you before, you know
he
what I'm
told
saying, the decision
you,
was made.
and you had all of these options as a woman. You understand? And he involved in it too, but majority of the responsibility, majority of what's the word I'm looking for? You have the options. That's the way the law is skewed in favor of you, for you to make the decision. You see what I'm saying?
But I'll boil down
regardless
to
of what he's talking about.
I'll boil down to the woman.
You can't turn around and start talking about the man no deadbeat. Don't weaponize the baby. Stop weaponizing the baby.
Correct.
Yeah, that's the way I feel about it.
Sam?
It happens just like that, you know, in most instances. You know what I'm saying? That a lot of kids that's being born, I mean, be from not real relationships, but me, I don't agree with abortion. You know, again, you know, like bro was saying, I mean, from a spiritual aspect, it is just life. Have you ever just really sat at home and watched your kids play around the house?
I'm more different.
You know, have people out there, the people out there, have you really just sat down and just looked at your children and laughed at some of the things that they doing? Like little babies today, they're a little bit more aware and they're smarter than babies from back then. So, you know, they do a lot of stuff that they see and it makes you laugh. Those are the moments right there where people should, you know, take these in consideration when you making these decisions to kill these babies. I'm totally against abortion. Only if that woman was raped.
Raped or some incest.
If she was raped or it was some incest stuff.
Or maybe they threatened the mama, the life of the mama.
But
if she had died, she had a baby. I can see that.
I can see that. So yeah, that's the must. But just playing out abortion, because a lot of women abort babies because they mad at dude, because dude won't leave his wife, or you know, a lot of women abort babies because they cheated on their husbands, you know, and got pregnant by this dude, you know, and this type of stuff is happening more than often, you know, so that's a lot of the reasons why abortions be transpiring and things, but I don't think that's worth killing a baby, you know. I ain't gonna even sit on this show and lie. I've asked for an abortion or two before, you know, and I think it was one of the worst things I ever said out of my mouth, because once the child was born, you know, my child, and I was like, oh my God, what I was about to do there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
You so beautiful. I was about to wipe you off the earth,
Right.
you know, and My kids will never know that because I would never tell them. You know, some mothers do, but me, I wouldn't. Because that's like something totally different. You know what I'm saying? You tell your child that you didn't want them. You know, but, hey man, I'm totally against abortion, bro. I'm against it wholeheartedly. I don't think it should be nobody's decision. You feel me? Unless it's under the circumstances as they talking about now. Like rape and incest, like you saying, things of severe nature. But if you just went out there and cheated and got a baby, hey, you got to handle your responsibility.
Right.
You know. Now I don't know. I ain't peeping in on God. I don't just know everything what God got planned for you when you do it. You know, the Bible says that you will be punished. But I'm just saying though, I think that you should. I think people shouldn't be able to get abortion just because I want one. You know what I mean? And if you do, I think it should be like the same thing as a custody battle. In a custody battle, they're going to give both sides, you know, a chance to, you know what I'm saying, present their case.
That's what I was saying.
So I think it should be a legal matter where the court should get involved.
It is.
You know, and the father should be able to speak his piece.
Right.
And convince the judge on why his child should be killed. And that's vice versa. If the father wants the child killed and he want to take her to court, you know, she should be able to speak her piece on why she cannot have this baby. You know, so I think it should be things like that, you know, and not just a random decision because you messed up, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's why I'm at with it.
They did overturn Roe v. Wade, you know what I'm saying? So, and they put it back, the decision making, back into the hands of the state. You know what I'm saying? And we down here in the Bible Belt, man. In a lot of these states, you know what I'm saying? Mississippi, especially one in particular. Hey, man, they banning that. Up to a certain amount of time. I'm saying we got 50 states, so you got almost 50 different sets of rules.
Yeah.
Some of them are more in line with others. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the region. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the politics. You know what I'm saying? Of that particular state. But like down this way, you know, I mean, man, look, abortion ain't as easy to get as it was prior to the Supreme Court making this recent decision.
These new laws.
Absolutely. You could just walk in the building and say, hey, I want this out of me, and it gone.
Right. Exactly. So, you know.
You can't do that now. You gotta do some traveling to do that.
Shut down.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, you know what? Let me ask you this. Okay, due to the fact that it's in the hands of the states, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you just said Chi-Town. You know what I'm saying? Right then. Shout out to my family guys that's from the land. All right, but look, let me ask you this. California is another one. New York is another one. What's the politics in them states?
Republican, I think.
Nah,
I couldn't tell
all them joints blue. You know what I'm saying? They controlled by Democrats. They've been controlled by Democrats for 30, 40 years. Okay, now wait. I asked that question because of this, right? Okay, when it comes to politics, who do about 90% of us vote for? In presidential elections, local elections, so on and so forth.
Democrat.
We vote Democrat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. And remember that other little fast fact I had just gave y'all a second ago? When I was saying that, hey, what's the biggest killer amongst blacks?
Yeah, abortion.
And we said abortion. So wait. So let me get this straight. Let's try to connect some dots here. You know what I'm saying? So we go out at the rate of about 90% and vote for the party that makes abortion readily available to our community, and we use it to kill all our kids.
Yeah.
Again, he who sets the diameter of your knowledge also circumscribes the circumference of your actions. Some of the choices that you think you got all this control over is really a multiple choice answer. Somebody else already laid out the options for you.
I mean,
Me
personally, I don't necessarily just go out and vote Democrat because I actually listen to what these folks saying.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I listen to what these folks saying. A lot of time, I don't trust none of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't none of them saying something I want to hear. So I'm looking at the independent vote now. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at see what they talking about.
Absolutely.
You know, I be trying to see what's going on from all angles and choose based off what I feel like is best for me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what we should do.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not stuck on this part of that part or nothing like that. Like, nah, you got to be talking about something.
Absolutely.
You got to be talking about something.
How what it is that you talking about is gonna benefit me and mine.
Exactly.
You understand what
exactly.
I'm saying?
And a lot of
it shouldn't matter whether you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent. You can be from all. You can be a Martian.
Exactly. And a lot of times, like, bro, I don't even really look at what it's gonna do for me, because I know a lot of the policies that's being put out there is gonna be set up for my kids and grandkids. You know what I'm saying? Like different laws being made, I gotta make sure they straight.
Absolutely.
You know, but a lot of people don't think generation.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how I look, and I feel like, you know, that should be the most important part of how you go out there and vote, not just based off a party or what they can do for you. You need to figure out what they can do for your family, for your generation.
That's right. I mean, I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, just to kind of add on to that, I think, and just for the record, man, I'm not a Republican. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I think that unquestioned loyalty, that, you know, this new generation of us that's coming up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I consider myself, I mean, I think I'm older than both of y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I still consider myself to be fairly young, you know what I'm saying? All right, but with that being said, I think that this up-and-coming generation ain't necessarily got that unquestioned loyalty to the Democrat Party. You know what I'm saying? Like some of our
They really don't care.
I remember, I'm going to tell you a quick story. I remember when I was a little boy. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have been no more than about 7. Because I remember my little sister being in the car, right? And she was an infant at the time. And I can remember my mama was driving the car and my granny was on the passenger side. This was her grandmother. So this was my great-granny. Okay. And I remember my mom saying, Mama, because that's what she called. She said, who we going to vote for today? You know what I'm saying? And my grandma said, oh, baby, I don't know. Just vote for the Democrat.
Nah.
What? Okay, listen, I never forgot that. And as I got older and became more politically educated, and I thought about that train of thought. Because we still got people doing that to this day.
Most definitely.
You don't know what them people talking about. You understand what I'm saying, right? You don't know what them people talking about. But we constantly just give them the vote. And put them in power, and a lot of their policies be counterproductive to our community. We got that whole big uproar going on in Chicago right now. With all of the migrants being brought from Ukraine and all these places. You know what I'm saying, right? And where they sticking them. Dropping them in the middle of the black neighborhood. They putting them in hotels. They using what it was like. They was allocated like $100 million. And the black people like, hey.
What about
us? Black people on the street.
What about us?
You got $100 million to give to some people that ain't even from America.
Yeah, that's just like Biden sending them billions of dollars over there to Ukraine.
Exactly.
Like, come on.
Exactly.
Hey, come on. Listen, I could use a fraction of that.
Man, say that then. Straight up. So, you know.
We're going to get into a song by Lil Cody, Solve It.
Lil Cody. Bag or not, man.
What do you guys from Mississippi?
Yeah, he from Mississippi. He from Holly Springs.
Okay.
What for the home saying?
Yeah, we gotta juice this thing up a little bit.
Come you go ahead, bless him.
Set them up, let's go. All the fat love you really can keep. Can't fuck these niggas that really be leak. I ain't trusting these niggas, I ain't trusting these bitches. I ain't doing no wish, I'ma get up and get it. Make it happen, I ain't really acting. Down on my dick, my nigga was laughing. Sliding my murder with the speaker blast. Real for action, I ain't giving no pass. Hope for the best, no press for the word. Trapping and shit like giving a curse. Hop on you and you know I'm a sir. His whole cup, he like, duh. I fuck these niggas, I show no love. Been through enough, I'm straight out the mud. Full of drugs, I'm full of pain. I don't give a fuck about walking in the rain. I got on my own, they back there, man. Don't step no strong, you know what I'm on. I'm willing to win, don't talk on the phone. This shit really hit me, this shit in my bones. You smoking on me, no high to the ceiling. Cut the hot wall, I ain't got me no feeling. Fuck with the bag, I don't want no more dealing. Get too fast, you gotta stay with it. Cause if you don't, they gon' treat you like shit. Leaving that game as a hero of me. Back on the air, got a young nigga pick. Thought I was up, number one like on Penny. Back in the game, it ain't no more chillin'. This shit like a movie, this shit out of weed. Can't speak on the beat, these niggas be trippin'. Whole ass nigga be acting like bitch. I say, love, you really can't keep, can't fool these niggas that really be leave. I ain't trusting these niggas, I ain't trusting these bitches. I ain't doing no wish, I'ma get up and get it. Making shit happen, I ain't with the acting. Down on my dick, man, that nigga was laughing. Sliding the murder with the speaker blast. And ready for action, I ain't giving no pass. Hope for the best, no prep for the word. Trapping and shit like a beef and a curse. Hop up to you and you know I'm a sir. Hit him cuz, he like, duh. I'm for these niggas, I ain't showing no love. Been through enough, I'm straight out the mud. Full of drugs, I'm full of pain. I don't give a fuck about walking in the rain.
I don't give a fuck about walking in the rain.
Depends on where I'm going.
Right. If I ain't gotta be there, I ain't gonna walk no rain now.
Straight up.
No.
Well, I ain't hear that song, so.
What y'all think about it?
Again, you know, little bro, hey, do your thing, man.
Right.
You know, do your thing, man.
I'm gonna support the
You
guy.
gonna give it a bag or what?
I'm gonna buy a sandwich.
I ain't the one he need to convince. You know what I mean? But I'm a supporter.
We all know that,
Everybody
man.
can, you know.
Right.
Everybody can, you know.
I ain't gonna give it the bag. I ain't gonna give it the bag. I don't think it will. I don't think it will mix right. And like as far as what he was talking about, I ain't really care too much for it.
Do you solve it? You don't know? I ain't hear the song.
I don't
I
know.
was trying to get some air circulating.
But I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it had a nice flow.
Right.
It had a nice flow.
I'm saying, right, let me ask you, is it me, or all this stuff sound like?
It ain't you. It sounds like everybody.
But I'm saying that ain't no shot at fans.
No,
he might be
the thing-
wicked with it, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, the song had a cool flow. I ain't gonna say I disliked it. You know what I'm saying, right? I'm not gonna say I necessarily liked it either. You know what I'm saying? It didn't really move.
It ain't nothing you gonna go back to.
No, but I'm saying that's really the case with most of it. Maybe I'm getting old, man. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Probably
Maybe,
so.
maybe not.
Probably so.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe it's just me.
You know what? I'm gonna say this though.
Cause music moves souls, not.
Watch this though.
Ain't nobody making generational music no more.
Man, I swear to God, this is what I was just gonna say. The stuff, man, look, bro. Like, the stuff I was listening to before I went to prison, okay, I think about a lot of that, and I still like some of it. But after I went through what I went through,
You don't want to hear it either.
listen, man, I don't want to hear that damn foolishness. You know what I'm saying, right? Listen, man, look, bro, listen, man, I don't want to hear nothing about who you shot. I don't want to hear nothing about how much dope you sold. Every song, every female you talking about is a bitch or a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't want to hear that dumb ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying we got to be original, man. You know what I'm saying? When some of the female rappers gonna change the game up and talk about something different, you know what I'm saying? Like, then your pussy for sale.
I ain't gonna lie.
Excuse my French. You know what I'm
I
saying?
ain't gonna lie. It's a female rapper out there right now named Rhapsody. Hard. I'm talking about can rap for real.
Right.
And it ain't none of that, you know what I'm saying, booty hole music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I booty hole.
You know, booty hole music.
That's all they want
Like
to
she
hear.
hard. Now I ain't gonna lie. I like the bumpity bump every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? It gets me going sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But you know
I
what I'm
like
saying?
me too.
Sometimes I like a little substance. You know?
Right.
But yeah, I get where you coming from though. I get where you coming from.
Hey, watch this. Okay. How old are you?
31.
31.
Yeah, I'm 31.
Hey man, when you on some laid back time, you know what I'm saying? Tell you what you listen to.
I listen to a little
Let me ask you
everything.
some damn questions. You know what I'm saying? What you
I listen to a little everything.
A little, yeah, I'm saying
slow music.
Okay,
I'm really a Tyrese
What type
fan.
of slow music?
I listen to Tyrese.
Tyrese.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, you know we down here in the South. I know, you know what I'm saying. Down this way, the blues popular. You know what I'm saying? You listen to the blues?
No.
You don't listen to the blues? What about you?
I don't like
I
blues.
listen to blues.
Okay. We got a nice amount of people.
I listen to
young
blues.
people that like the blues.
A lot of
What I'm
young
saying,
people like blues.
What about Luther Vandross?
Yeah, I fuck with all of it.
See, one thing about that
I fuck with
music
all of
right
it.
there.
That's timeless. It's timeless.
Okay, now let me ask you
It's
this. Do you think somebody gonna be listening to Lil Wayne talking about a milli 30 years from now?
Yes. The reason why I say that is because
He sound original.
yeah.
No. I'm just saying. What makes Marvin Gaye and Luther and them timeless is because of the message, and they actually singing.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm saying is, 30 years from now, what Lil Wayne is talking about, what he was talking about in that song, might not even be applicable no more. Who can relate to this?
I'm finna tell you something that I was watching Tyrese interview
Okay.
the other day, right, when he was on the Breakfast Club. And he was talking about how everybody, you know what I'm saying, on his ass about him speaking his mind about his ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? How he and his feelings about what she did to him and this and that, woo woo. And he done made an album about it. And motherfucker saying he gaslighting her and he, you know what I'm saying, being misogynistic towards her and everything like that. But he made a point. He said, okay, y'all mad at me for singing about how I feel, how my heart broke, but ain't nobody saying nothing to SZA. Ain't nobody saying nothing to Jasmine Sullivan about making these songs about how a nigga broke her heart and this and that, woo. You know what I'm saying? Right. Then he was like, folks were saying how he making music about his ex-wife when he in a relationship. How you know Jasmine Sullivan ain't in a new relationship? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and they selling out shows. They selling out arenas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Off pain music, singing. You know what I'm saying?
She busting windows.
But he can't get nobody to listen to his music because he's a man. You know, he crying. How y'all feel about that?
I like that.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. I ain't
listening to new music, but I listen to all old music.
Listen, man. Women say that they want you to be in tune with your feelings. You know what I'm saying, right? And all that stuff, right? With your feelings.
Yeah.
Okay, but the truth of the matter is, if you ain't bringing some masculinity to the table, you understand, man, those people ain't feeling that shit. I mean, they ain't, listen, bro, they don't want you like that. You acting too much like them. So what I'm saying is, and we already know we don't want to hear it. You see, we looking at him like he'll suck. You feel what I'm saying? Like, man, well, you know, I mean,
but I ain't gonna lie, back in the gout,
that's all you heard.
It was some crying, hating ass niggas.
Crying, hating
ass niggas.
That nigga don't love you like I love you. Nigga telling me.
What's the song with the nigga on the video standing in the window watching his girl on a date with another nigga? I forgot the name of that song, but that boy was he gon' I forgot the name of it. Nah, hell no. That boy had some shit. Shit, all the niggas used to tell. Joe used to tell. Goddamn, Vaughn used to tell. Cisco used to tell. All the niggas used to tell.
Let Joe make it.
All the niggas was singing.
Joe make it. He telling.
He telling.
Joe was hating.
He ain't telling in every song.
But think about Raheem. About how he was talking about how. Matter of fact, what's his name? Man, I know his name. He died. He dead now. When you talking about he taking the house, the car, the keys, and the dog.
He wanted all.
What was it? Tank or case?
It ain't Tank or case. It's
Tank nasty. That one Tank.
I remember that song.
But he was talking about how he was heartbroken. You know what I'm saying? How the woman left him.
Right.
But it's selling.
He's selling.
But Tyrese ain't selling because you know what I'm saying, his situation. But I feel like also his situation more public than, you know what I'm saying, a lot of other people's situations. Yeah. So see, they feel like
he should have stuck to better than
Yeah. But I still feel like, you know what I'm saying, fucked up. Go buy that man music, listen to it, let that man talk. Because he talking about the same shit these women talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Summer Walker put all her business out there. And she still
hurt.
She still hurt.
Well, you know, just for the record, I feel like this, man. As an artist, man, you put what you want to put out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If people listen, the market is going to determine, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to continue to do that or not. Because if you put the music out there and the people don't like it, they won't buy it, and you probably won't do it again.
Correct.
If they like it, they'll buy it, and you'll probably come out with your next album, Heartbroken. You understand what I'm saying? So,
somebody said profile liar.
Huh?
Profile liar. Profile liar. Who that?
Breezy.
I don't know. I don't know their music. I don't know. If this you talking about the topic or the song, the music, or that's a song in a person.
Right. Look at that business.
Okay.
What's up with it?
Okay. Last show we talked about how all the big brothers went to prison, and it was something like on the streets where the blind was leading the blind, right? So I want to know, for all the big brothers that's getting released now, how do they go about steering the younger brothers in the organization, or as society gonna call them, the street gang? How you get the steering the brothers back to what the organization was built on?
A lot of guys already be knowing, you know. A lot of guys be already be knowing the know-how. It's just, it wasn't easy, you know, even for us. It wasn't easy, still not easy, you know, because you got to try to maintain these youngsters out here, you know what I'm saying, attention, 24/7, you know, because you never know, you know, when an incident will occur, you know, and again, you know, I'm going to speak on Golden Pad, man, you know, the strengths of Golden Pad now, you know, far as with us out here, man, and what we pushing, you know what I'm saying, on how to lead these young brothers, you know, and a lot of them going to be able to piggyback and see, you know, how things done. It's a new program that we came up with. We spoke on this before, but what we doing, you know, you got the angel tree thing, and, you know, it's mostly ran by, you know, the white people, whatever, not on no racial thing, but just saying. But we're doing our own thing, you know what I mean? We're really going to grasp hold of one of these brothers that's locked away. It doesn't matter who you are, you know what I mean? We're going to try, that's what we out here trying to do. We're trying to get the names of a lot of the men that's locked up, because a lot of brothers are feeling left out, feeling lost, you know what I mean? Feeling, you know, detached from society, period. And ain't nobody just really casting no type of love to them in no form, you know, and their families feeling a lot of this grief too, because they've been detached from them when most of them was the sole provider of these households and things. And you'll be surprised, you know, of your child waking up one day receiving a gift from a father when he's just really not there, or a card or something being delivered to the house, or, you know, school supplies are being delivered to this child and it's saying from your father, you know, and I mean, kids, we seen this before, because I got a chance to experience it with my child, you know, and just as well as I know other people don't experience it with their child, you know. So, I mean, a lot of guys, first and foremost, they got to have their mind right, you know, and in today's society with these youngsters, they don't too much respect nothing, you know, but, you know, we had the pleasure, you know, of being able to reach them. Like I said before, you know, we're in the stomach of this thing, you know, and we see these guys on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And you'll be surprised of just a common conversation with a lot of the guys that they would just say just stone cold killers and things like this. A common conversation, you will be surprised on where it'll take that young man.
Okay.
I done had these conversations with a few of them.
So you saying y'all talking about reaching out to incarcerated guys to you know what I'm saying, help send gifts home to their family?
Yes.
Okay, I fuck with that. I fuck with that.
We're adopted, like, with Golden Pad. See, what people got to understand is, you know, that's why we're trying to get Golden Pad to grow. The community going to have to help it grow. And once the community get involved, what we'll do, you know, we'll adopt a child. Not necessarily you spending all your money on them, but it's just when that moment comes, you know what I'm saying, where you have to be, you know, in for your brother, you know what I'm saying, in that child's life, when that child really needs his father most, you'll be surprised of every day. Every December, we from these neighborhoods, we know a lot of people that around Christmas time, they have to borrow money. Mm-hmm. These are some of the most trying times for a lot of the black families in the community around Christmas time, you know, and, you know, we can get into the dynamics of the holiday and all that old stuff. But at the same time, this is what our kids look forward to every year. And you'll be also surprised to see a lot of the families of the stress level of the parents on them trying to make something happen for these kids to be able to have things for Christmas for this day, you know, and that stress level there is so, I'm talking about intensifying, because I've been in it.
Yeah.
I've had a time where I didn't have a dime. My baby mamas never was pressuring me. What are you going to help me get these kids for Christmas? Do you know the thoughts that was running through my mind?
That stigma seed.
Do you know the things that I had to do
that stigma
to make sure I got a smile on my child's face? And you have men in that prison that breaks down crying because they are being deprived of that there. So that's why, you know, we come with this program to where we'll be able to mend a lot of these holes together, you know, when it comes from detachment from the family, the father, and just as well as families that's out there that's struggling. You know what I mean? So, you know, when you show up with a little taste of help, you'll be surprised how long a little taste of help will go. You know, in family. So, you know, that's the type of things we trying to attack. You know, the small things that's really big.
Okay.
You know, so that's, you know, that's what I think about it, you know.
Well, you know, can I answer that?
Go ahead.
Okay, look. The first thing that you got to do is you got to be the message that you bring.
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
Okay, what I mean by that is the kids not dumb as you think they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, man, if you don't mean them shorties no good, sometimes they can sense that. They can see that. You just trying to use me. You know what I'm saying? Or you tell me one thing, but you do something else. You see what I'm saying, right? See, I'm not telling, and we, as far as the Golden Path, we're not telling the shorty, don't sell drugs. You know what I'm saying, right? But I'm over here moving bricks on the side.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I work at Gateway, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'm in
yeah.
there, man. You understand? 10 hours a day. Hard work. You feel me?
Yeah.
So when they see me, I'm in here with suit and booty with this uniform on, and I'm trying to show you something different. Hey, man, it's a different way. You understand what I'm saying? To accomplish what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Also, okay, most of the time, your reputation precedes you. They know who you are. Because the streets talk. You see what I'm saying, right?
Correct.
Okay. But that introduction, you have to take that and you have to really communicate with them. You know what I'm saying, right? You got to not only show them something different as you being the example, but then you got to, I gotta sort of teach you and kind of mold you. You know what I'm saying, right? On how not to follow in my footsteps. The mistakes that I made, right? Okay. I didn't put the shirt on today, but just like last week, you know what I'm saying? And that logo, you know what I'm saying, that we have for the trade, for the Golden Path, it's an adult hand, and it look like mine. You know, it's brown. You know what I'm saying? And it's reaching down, and it's helping. It's a smaller hand that's reaching for it. You know what I'm saying? That smaller hand ain't a midget. It's a kid. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why that logo is like that is because this organization is geared toward trying to reach the kids.
The Golden Path.
Watch this. They got somebody smarter than me said something one time, say, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. So guess what? I ain't completely ignoring the old dogs, but I understand if we can reach them babies. See, one day the baby's gonna turn into grown people.
I'm gonna tell you
You
now,
see what I'm saying?
if you know me, you know I'll tell anybody, I don't give a fuck about these grown folk. I don't give a fuck about these kids. And then I'll tell that to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Before I do anything for anybody grown, I'm gonna check on these kids first. Because these kids gonna be the reason why we either make or break their world. You know what I'm saying? Like they gotta keep everything going.
They can change it.
Yeah.
They can change it, right?
The youth is our future, bro.
You understand? Yeah, they can definitely change it because again, if you plant the right seeds in them now, again, plant what you know in them now, they are gonna eventually, they're not gonna be little kids forever. They're gonna be adults. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Exactly.
They're gonna be able to move the pieces. They're gonna be able to just continue to spread the message on. You understand? And they gonna always remember, hey man, I be telling them shorties like this. Like, I might see them hanging out in front of the store or hanging out in front of the candy man, candy lady. I might give them a couple dollars. I say, hey man, hey, I want you to remember me now. If you ever see me homeless or somewhere laid on the side of the street, ain't got no job, remember me. You know what I'm saying? Right? You know, that's the seed that I'm trying to plant. Hey man, you know, look out for your people. Most definitely. You know, so.
They gotta be over there.
We're having technical difficulties.
Nah, it's a phone ringing in it.
Yeah, I'm sitting alone.
Just cut it off. And then, you know, that program that bro talking about, y'all might not be familiar with what Angel Tree is, right?
No.
I know, like, when I was in the field, Angel Tree is this. It's a collection. It's definitely a non-profit organization, but what it is a collection of churches, right? And what they do is they fill out these applications. Like when you in the feds, they give us an application, they pass them out in the chapel. Okay, you fill them out. If you have, how many kids you got? You write them down, the names of the children, how old they are, so on and so forth, and where they at. Give them some kind of contact information. And what they do is this: you turn the papers in. All of these papers are obviously collected somewhere. All these applications they pool together, then they divide it up. Okay, like say for instance, he out of New York. His application is gonna go to churches in New York. If I'm from Mississippi, my application is going to go to the churches in Mississippi. And then more specifically, it's going to go to the ones that's in Clarksdale, if I say that's where my kids at. And what they do, these churches that have agreed to join on into this, what they do is they get the application, and they basically like adopt the kid for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? What they'll do is, okay, we got this. All right, I'm going to take this baby right here. Okay, you take this kid right here. And when I'm going to go get my kids gifts, I go get something for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we make sure that it get to whatever address or contact information that you gave that child. Right. And so what we trying to do is trying to recreate that in a sense. You know what I mean? With the guys that's in prison, because I mean, man, look, it make them feel good. I mean, I've been there, man. I'm talking about like for 20 years, I always feel the thing out. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't in no position to send my son nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right? But I want him to get something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when they give him that little gift, they gonna tell him it's for me. You see what I'm saying? And even though all I had to do was fill out the application, man, you had some dudes in there wouldn't even do that. But that's another story. You know what I'm saying? Like, it made me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, hey man, I got that gift. Yeah. I got that car. Or I got them clothes. Ooh. You know what I mean? So that's more so you killing two birds with one stone.
A little something better than a lot of nothing.
Exactly. I know a lot of kids that ain't getting nothing.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I ain't getting nothing, man.
Well, I want to send a shout out to a couple people. You know, see what's not going on today is success is being recognized like it should. And to these people right here, you know, we got to start recognizing our diamonds in the rough. You know, our needles in the haystack. And I just want to show them some love today on the podcast, The Village, you know, and on behalf of Golden Path, we see you. And that's mostly our main goal is out here to shuffle through all the hay and find that needle. My first shot I want to give out to Aki Matthews. I want y'all to go on Facebook and look this young man up.
That might do anything.
His name is Aki Matthews. This young brother is one of the most talented young black men I've seen in my entire life when it comes to being an artist.
Right, they might can draw anything.
Again, his name is Aki Matthews. Y'all go check him out. And once you check him out, you will be blown away. Because
don't just check him out. Work with him.
Work with him.
You know
That's Golden Path is here, and we in full support of him. I'm gonna tell you another needle in the haystack. She's a little older, but at the same time, she's young and she came on us. She's a family member of mine. Her name is Niecy Nolan, married to Brian Johnson. She is one of the most prestigious and up-and-coming real estate agents in the game right now. Do you hear me? We've watched her on Facebook start from scratch.
Right.
And this woman have blown out the water. Do you know she a top tier now? These are the people that we have to represent out here today. This is what Golden Paths is out here doing. We're trying to find the needle in the haystacks. Support these people. Build off these people. These are our foundations. We got other people out there, and I know about you, but your name just can't come to my mind at this moment. But it's another brother I want to shout him out to. His name is Leroy Turner.
Yeah.
This man can build fences better than a lot of the top tier fencing companies. And he is on the rise. His name is Leroy Turner.
No, Leroy.
Shout out to Leroy.
Shout out to Leroy, man.
We see you, bro.
Leroy.
We see you, bro. He's a fencer. And when I say this man can build a wood fence, he can build a wood fence. He can make your house look real presidential.
For sure.
Leroy, we appreciate you, brother, for what you're doing out here. And the real see you. Niecy, we love your work. Keep being a top real estate agent. We see you. Golden Path is in support. Aki Matthews. Brother, when I say I was blown away from this young man, I was blown away from him. So everybody that's tuned into this show, check these people out, man. Check these people out. These are young people. This is a generation or two that's behind us. And these are the people that's not getting the love that they deserve. It's a lot of needle in the haystack. It's a lot of talent in Clarksdale. It's time to start recognizing them. It's time to start building off them. Those are foundations. Those are building blocks. It's love. We see y'all. We see y'all, and y'all just keep doing what you're doing, man. Salute, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what the village about anyway. You know what I'm saying? We here to shed light on everybody who trying to do something. And I'm glad you brought that up. You know what I'm saying? To put them in the forefront for people to, you know what I'm saying, check them out. But like I say, just don't check them out. Work with them, shout with them. You know what I'm saying? Put money in their pocket so they can feel good about what they're doing and keep doing it. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you another problem. What I think, real quick, before we just, with our schools, a lot of things are not valuable or anything anymore. Like careers for young kids. Shout out to Kelly Jones. He down at Mississippi State, everybody. From Clarksdale High. He doing his thing. Right. He doing his thing. He up and coming. Elton Jenkins, DK Metcalf, Terrence Metcalf, all y'all brothers that made it, the Gray brother down with the Saints, all y'all brothers that made it. Hey, thank y'all so much, man, for being one of those building blocks and inspiring these communities. See, that's the thing. Y'all not reaching back like y'all should to people in the community and supporting these people, giving them support that they need, And again, it's a lot of y'all that we missed, but at the same time, though, we see you. And like I said, we support you, the village, Golden Path, everybody's behind you guys, man. And when you get a chance, man, we're going to reach out and we can possibly do bigger things. But for real, y'all check these peoples out, man. This solid, real.
Yeah, for sure. What you got over there, Tay, man? I see you were working something up.
I was working the other way.
No,
I was listening, really.
We'll work something up.
Yeah.
I was listening to what Sabbath had to say. I like when Sabbath talk.
Yeah.
I like when he talk.
I'm going to tell you another thing, if you just want to get technical. I'm finna tell y'all something, and I'm talking to Coahoma County right now. I mean, we got a lot of viewers from all over, but I'm focusing on the community right now. This is not, anything that's just dividing our messages just in one place. You can take these messages everywhere. Right. But for Coahoma County, it's a lot of things that we're taking a look into, as far as the inadequate medical attention that we are not receiving in Clarksdale. That's where our Northwest Regional Medical Center and things. And for years, people been highlighting these things that they are not getting proper treatment over at this hospital. I don't know all the ins and outs of this, but I want to say a message to all the young sisters that's in the nursing class today. And all of the ones that's willing to, because I hear this a lot from a lot of the generation today, everybody want to be a nurse. But I'm going to tell you something, when becoming a nurse, not only do you have to have your skills, you got to have your heart in this. Because you got to go to work giving a damn.
Yeah, your life.
It ain't just about a check.
Other people's life in your hands.
There's somebody, grandmother, somebody, child that's coming in there that you on Facebook playing on your phone instead of being in there, giving them the proper attention that they deserve. Right. There's too many people going to that hospital over there dying, being misdiagnosed, and all these things. We have had listen, man, in Clarksdale, in the last maybe 2 years, I've been paying attention to this. The funerals have doubled, and they're not coming from what y'all would say the worst thing in the city, gun violence. No, the funerals are doubling, and also the people that's being diagnosed with cancer. This is like something that's just really going on, and I just can't really get into all that, you know what I'm saying, because I don't have no facts. But what I do have, I can just speak off eyeball test on what I see. And the funerals are doubling. You know what I mean? And that's alarming to me, to see these many people are continually to die, and they're getting younger and younger, and they're dying for health reasons. You can call it what you want, and the first thing they say, well, it run in your family. No, I don't think a lot of this stuff is running in the family. So we need to start paying a lot more attention to our health. We need to start paying a lot more attention, ask more questions to our doctors, to people out there when it comes to our health. Because for some mysterious reason, I think it's God just putting it on my heart that it's something going on.
We need to start going to the doctor.
Absolutely.
Especially as men.
We need
Especially
to start
men.
going to the
men.
doctor.
I just did a wellness check, and they told me I was borderline diabetic. And so he just said that comes from you're not eating properly, you're not exercising the way you should, you know, and it kind of shook me. It shook me because I've never had anything. You know, I've never had anything, and I thought I never would, and it shook me because I had to experience to witness people, you know, that was caught off guard with certain things. You know what I'm saying? And some of them it was too late, and some of them it just wasn't. You know, but hey man, we gotta pay a little bit more attention to what's going on around us, y'all. Instead of just the thing that you see with the naked eye, start looking beyond that because it's a lot more serious things that's going on. These funerals are doubling. I rode around Clarksdale one Saturday, and I rode past 3 or 4 churches. Earlier that day and later on that evening, ain't no way no funeral going on that long. So there was a couple of funerals. You know what I'm saying? Reverend Tyler is overwhelmed over there. Every Saturday, his church is hosting at least his funerals done went up to probably 3 or 4 now every Saturday. You know what I'm saying? That's something serious. And we got to start paying a lot more attention to those things, man. You know, that's another thing. But you know, we got upcoming things. You know, town talks. You know, we got a lot of upcoming things, a lot of issues that we're gonna raise, y'all. And I promise y'all, hey y'all, it's finna get show enough. I'm talking about off the meter with it. You know, so hey man, again, man, you know, let's start paying attention to a lot of the things that people think that we won't pay attention to, and that's your medical attention and things that's going on around the city, man. For real though.
For sure. I like everything I done heard.
Everything.
I like everything I done heard.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, them nurses, though, at them schools, I got to keep saying this because I like these young sisters that they're striving for success, but a lot of them just going to school, and the first thing come out their mind, I want to go get that nurse check.
Right.
But you ain't talking about...
You ain't talking about saving nobody.
You ain't talking about saving nobody. You talking about stacking your bread or getting that new Benz.
You know what? Let me say this, man, because I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Because especially we got some of these nurses working over here in these old people homes. They over there beating on them people and all types of stuff.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know, but
it's going on.
Let them sit in feces all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not saying that's apply to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We already know it's gonna always be some bad apples in the bunch. But let me say this. When it comes down to like misdiagnosis and so on and so forth, that ain't the nurse. That's the doctor.
That's the
Yeah,
doctor.
that's the doctor for
Let
sure.
me show you something. All right. It's so many layers to it because see, this is something that we're not really taking into consideration, right? First and foremost, all right. In order for you ever wonder why, like say for instance, I can go to what is it, Methodist South? I can go to the hospital right up here somewhere, in South Haven. Okay, it's top notch. They got all the top flight equipment and so on and so forth. Right? Okay, but you can go down there and they got a little something, but it's either outdated or so on and so forth. Right? So you feel like you can get top notch care here.
Some
But then they
ibuprofen,
got
that's all they got.
Better technology. Okay, they got more updated technology. All right, why? How is this hospital right here got all this stuff, and this hospital down here ain't got this, ain't got nothing, right? Okay.
Y'all know Northwest is a training facility for new doctors.
Who they training doctor for? Jail?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just saying, listen. This is the thing right here, right? The funding. When you start talking about more affluent or wealthier counties, you understand what I'm saying, right? When these people go to the doctor, these people have insurance.
Yep.
That means the hospital gets paid. Therefore, they can take the money to hire the better doctors, the better nurses, to buy the better machinery, so on and so forth, because they're getting paid. Down here, you come to a poor county. How many people we know going for gunshot when we ain't got no insurance?
No.
So you basically get treatment. Man, they gonna send you a bill and you ain't gonna pay it. And there's gonna be that on that. You see what I'm saying, right? They don't have the money. Okay, watch this. We have watched the population decrease take place in Clarksdale.
Yes.
Right? Okay. I remember Oakhurst was all white. Okay.
I mean, we used to be lit up over there.
Listen, man.
They dark as a
Well, all the
fool.
folk went, man. Okay, now watch this. Listen, most of them, they had money. They were insured. So if they needed treatment and they was going to Northwest was getting paid. You see what I'm saying? Okay, but when you had the white flight took place, black started moving, then all the white people decided to move. Where did they go? They went to Horn Lake, they went to South Haven, they moved up this way. You see what I'm saying? And they didn't leave their money in Coleman County. They took their money with them. You see what I'm saying, right? Yeah. So you had an economic downturn that Coleman, not just a population, but an economic downturn that Coleman County experienced, which is one of the reasons why you have the hospitals just don't got the funding. You know what I'm saying, that it used to have. And so you can't be talking about bringing in top flight doctors. You don't got the money. At the end of the day, it costs money. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, man, let's just, look, he said it right, we touched on this, look, man, take care of yourself. I know I need to stop smoking these Black and Mild. Lord knows I need to stop smoking these Black and Mild. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, take care of yourself. You got to eat better. Stop beating churches up and KFC all the time. Stop eating all that fried food that's clogging up your arteries. You understand what I'm saying, right? You understand? Hey, man, try some fruits every now and then, except cupcakes. You see what I'm saying? As opposed to a cupcake. Yeah. Put some vegetables in your diet. You understand what I'm saying? We got to eat better. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a little exercise every now and then. Yeah. You understand? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You see what I'm saying? Hey, man, we trying to live. We need to live. I know I jacked off 20 years. Hey, man, look, man. Man, look. You know what I mean? So, hey, I'm out here. I need to be trying to stretch this thing out as long as I can. Yeah. So I don't drive fast. I don't do none of the stuff. I do. You understand? I don't do none of the stuff that my crazy. No, that's real talk though. Man. For real. If you take care of yourself, hey man, you can stay away from over there. You ain't gotta worry about it. Misdiagnosed.
Please make that a real.
Man,
when you edit that, make it a real.
Got to.
Hey. Hey man, we enjoyed y'all tonight for sure.
Hey, man, shout out to the Golden Pal, man. This is our second time having them on the Village Podcast.
It
won't be the last. It won't be the last.
So y'all will be seeing them again, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, make sure y'all tuning in, man. I'm gonna get into a song before we get off this thing.
Y'all go check them needles in the haystacks out, man.
Make sure y'all
people out, man. I keep my through. Y'all check Niecy them out, man. Y'all check them out, man.
And the reason why he's saying that, hey, because one hand gotta wash the other.
Yeah.
You understand? Okay, listen, man. Look, if you want the community, see, this is the problem I have with some of these rappers. You making all this money out of our community, but you don't get nothing back. When black people is spending their money and supporting this, okay, then you turn around and you build a school talking about for everybody. No, the people that help put you in this position and that put you in the forefront, man, you need to get back to them. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so listen, the brother Aki, when we did the jamboree, he came out, he supported us. He came out there and painted them little kids' face. Yeah. I'm saying for a discounted price. You understand what I'm saying? So we got access to a platform. Hey, shout out to Aki. Hey, go support him.
For sure.
We support the people that support us. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right? You know?
Absolutely.
Support the people that support
Shout out to Drado, man. Drado. Shout out to Chula, man. Them guys there, they up and coming rappers too.
Hey, you need to get them rappers on here.
And them boys good. Shout out to Drado and Chula, man.
Hey, this an open platform for anybody.
You talking about Block Nation on the other day.
Yeah, I did it for you.
Sure,
I did it for you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to tell you, look.
Straight up.
This is an open platform for anybody who want it. All you gotta do is reach out. You know what I'm saying? Reach out.
Okay.
We got you. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Same way y'all came on.
Sure.
You know, it ain't hard. We one call away.
Yeah.
One call away.
It take a village, man.
It takes a village.
It
takes a village, man.
Golden Pad, man. We in here.
For sure. Who you got?
Rod.